so graciously mentioned as you introduced me, I have filled many occupations, and I believe the largest portion of my life was dedicated to civil engineering. You may ask, what exactly is civil engineering? And the best I can describe it as would be to engineer land, not like a contractor or an architect, but to literally design the land. That means, as a professional engineer, I maintain the developments of a habitat. I have done this not just in Florida, but in Connecticut too.
Wow, that sounds like a large responsibility.
Well, a lot of my life has been based on responsibility, since I have done work for the king, mostly as a botanist. I also have maintained the title of captain, since much of my work is for sailors.
Could you define what you mean by work for sailors?
Well, I also held the position as a cartographer, so as to make trade between America, England, and other colonies easier. I have accurately mapped waterways and landmarks. This is for the sole benefit of people in the business of bartering.
We have been discussing your many occupations and what they are all about, but could you tell the audience your favorite position?
Well, I have liked all of my jobs equally, but writing is really important to me. I can express my feelings if I want to, or I can be informative with an objective standpoint. Through writing and cartography, I have met many important historical figures. Two off the top of my head would be John Hancock and Paul Revere. In my assignment to map and write about Florida, Paul Revere assisted me in many ways, also inscribing a map of Florida that I produced. When I finished the book, A Concise Natural History of East and West Florida, one of my subscribers, was John Hancock. You may know him as one of the original people to help form our nation.
That's a really impressive background.
But wait, there's more.
I know everyone would be happy for you to share this with them, but please keep in mind we only have so much time.
Yes, you're right. I apologize. I'm usually not one to boast. Anyhow, yes, I have traveled a lot and have met many interesting people.
Could you tell our viewers of your encounters?
Well, I have met a few Indian tribes, including the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Creek, Natchez, and some Aborigines.
Keep going.
All of these tribes have unique lifestyles, and very vivid ones too. Many traditions are exhibited by all of these native people, but mostly focused on the beliefs of gods and rituals that are lived by, like law. I am sorry to express that there are so many events I have participated in I cannot describe them all, but I would like to contrast old beliefs to the ones of today. There is a thing called magic. You all should know well from your childhood. It is based on make-believe stories and fairy tales. The Choctaws believe in what today would be called witchcraft. In one encounter, I quote from the aforementioned book, their addictedness to pretend witchcraft leads them into a very superstitious behavior when on an expedition, which is remarkable. They carry with them a certain thing which they look upon as the genius of the party. It is most commonly the stuffed skin of an owl of a large kind. They are very careful of him, keep guard over him, and offer him part of their meat. Should he fall or in any other ways be disordered in position, the expedition is frustrated. They always set him with his head towards the place of destination, and if he should prove to be turned directly contrary, they consider this as a portending to some bad omen, and an absolute order to return. Should, therefore, anyone's heart fail him, he needs only to watch for his opportunity to do this, and save his character of a brave man or a true man. This basically means that they use a dead bird as a guide for travel to predict bad things so that they can be prevented from happening. We all know this is really not possible, but I think it is a neat perspective.
That sure is unique. In my own opinion, I'd say I'm glad to live in the 90s. No offense to you, Mr. Romans. I do not mean to be disrespectful to the dead.
None taken. As I said, I live on through history, which is what this whole show is based on, right?
Of course. Now, what about education in your early years?
Well, I was educated in England, where I excelled in a lot of subjects to be able to fill all of the occupations we formerly discussed. Other than that, not too much has been recorded or even guessed at upon my past, since I have not been recognized as a popular historical figure.
Yes, when I was looking for additional information on you, I really could only find highlights about your career and all the early data on Florida and Connecticut. It seems less was known about you than that was unknown.
Well, my death has been recorded in 1784, but I can say for sure, though of everything I remember, I had a very fulfilled life.
That's a very enlightening thought.
Also, I believe it is a good time, since you were concerned about time, that we wrap this whole interview up.
I can agree with that, but not without a feeling of incompleteness. I wish we knew more about you, Mr. Romans, but it has been a pleasure meeting you, and thank you for your time.
I hope to do this again sometime, Chris. It has been fun. Take care, and that everything goes out to our viewers as well. I hope to do this again sometime, Chris. It has been fun. Take care, and that goes out to our viewers as well.
Goodbye, everyone. Until next time on the Inskeep Spotlight.